She was only 18 when an idea born in darkness created a monster that would outlive centuries. The year was 1816. Europe was trapped in what became known as the Year Without a Summer, a season of unnatural cold, relentless rain, and gloomy skies, intensified by the catastrophic eruption of Mount Tambora the year before. Near the shores of Lake Geneva, 18-year-old Mary Godwin, later MaryShelley, spent evenings in the company of Percy Bysshe Shelley, Lord Byron and Byron's physician, John Polidori. And Mary was no stranger to extraordinary ideas. She was the daughter of two celebrated intellectuals, philosopher William Godwin and pioneering writer Mary Wollstonecraft. But that strange summer would give her something entirely her own. The miserable weather often kept the group indoors. They read frightening supernatural tales aloud. Then, Lord Byron proposed a challenge. Each of them should write a ghost story. At first, Mary struggled. She could not find a story frightening enough. Then the conversations around her turned towards science, toward the mysterious principle of life, experiments with electricity, and the possibility that dead matter might somehow be reanimated. And one night, Mary later recalled experiencing a terrifying waking dream, a young scientist kneeling beside the creature he had assembled, and watching it show signs of life. She opened her eyes in terror. But within that terror was the story she had been searching for. The next day, she began to write. At first, she imagined only a few pages, a short ghost story. But with Percy Shelley's encouragement, that small idea grew. For months, Mary expanded and revised it until the ghost story became a novel. Its name was Frankenstein, or the Modern Prometheus. The first edition appeared anonymously on January 1st, 1818. Mary was only 20 years old, and just 500 copies were printed. Yet the story those few copies carried would travel farther than almost anyone could have imagined. And perhaps one of history's greatest literary misconceptions followed it. Frankenstein was never the creature's name. Frankenstein was Victor Frankenstein, the scientist who created him. The creature itself was never given a personal name. Years later, in the 1831 edition, Mary Shelley finally told readers the remarkable story of how her hideous idea had first come to her. More than 2 centuries later, the creature still survives. Not simply because it frightened readers, but because Mary Shelley left behind a question that has never stopped becoming relevant. If humanity gains the power to create something, does it also inherit responsibility for what that creation becomes? And this is just the beginning. Keep watching our new series, Chronicles of Literature, where timeless facts, untold stories, and legendary literary minds return to life. Chronicles of timeless tales, where history ends, but its stories never do.